Hello, gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Dr. Jessica Williams, and for the past 12 years, I've had the privilege of walking alongside men just like you, helping them rediscover their best health and vitality, especially as we move into our 50s, 60s, and beyond. Now, I want to talk about a topic that is absolutely vital to your quality of life, your confidence, and the health of your most important relationships, intimacy. The title of this video is Why Men Need Sex, but I want you to stick with me because the need I'm talking about here goes far deeper than the physical. It's about biology, yes, but it's also about respect, connection, and emotional health. Before we dive in, let me ask you, where are you watching from today? Drop a comment below. Hit that like button so this vital message can reach more men, and make sure you're subscribed for more honest, supportive health advice. Let's start by busting a common myth, one that frankly has caused a lot of friction and misunderstanding between men and the women they love. The myth is that for a man, the drive for intimacy is purely a simple, primal physical desire, that it's just about a biological urge that needs to be satisfied. But here is the simple, honest biological truth. For a man, healthy sexual connection is the primary way he processes respect, affirmation, and security in his relationship. You see, when you are intimately connected, a cascade of beneficial hormones is released. Not just the physical relief, but a deep surge of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and the calming of cortisol, the stress hormone. For men, this connection acts as a direct nonverbal validation of their role, their value, and their love. It's how his nervous system says, I am safe, I am connected, I am loved. It's less about the act and more about the bridge it creates. Throughout my practice, I've seen countless couples married for decades where this foundational difference in communication breaks down. A woman often feels loved through quality time and deep conversations. A man often feels affirmed through physical connection and shared vulnerability. When that connection is missing or worse, used as a weapon, the emotional distress is enormous. When intimacy is viewed as a duty, a chore, or something you check off the list, it's devastating to a man's confidence. He doesn't just feel rejected. He feels invalidated as a husband, as a partner, as a man. And here's the key takeaway I want you to carry throughout this video. A thriving, intimate life is not an optional extra in a healthy relationship. It is a vital, non-negotiable component of a man's overall well-being and a marriage's endurance. So, if you're sensing a disconnection, or if you simply want to make sure you are fostering the strongest possible connection with your partner, what can you do? It starts with 3 essential habits that go beyond the bedroom. Habit 3, prioritize connection, not completion. We often think about the end goal, right? But the true vitality comes from the journey. Biologically, intimacy should not be about a race to the finish line. When we focus purely on completing the task, the stress of performance can actually raise cortisol and inhibit the very beneficial hormones we want. True relaxed connection allows the parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest mode, to take over, which is crucial for overall health and sexual function. Emotionally, when you slow down and focus on shared pleasure, not just your own, you signal to your partner that they are not just a means to an end. This elevates the act from physical release to shared vulnerability, boosting your dignity and feeling of worth in the relationship. Practically, this means dedicating time outside the bedroom for simple, non-sexual physical affection. A 30-second hug, holding hands during a walk, or sitting close while watching a movie. This builds the foundation of physical comfort that makes the transition to intimacy natural. Habit 2, embrace vulnerability as a daily practice. We've been taught to be the strong, silent type, haven't we? But that strength can become a wall. Biologically, chronic stress is the enemy of a healthy sex life. Stress constricts blood vessels and drains testosterone. How do we reduce stress? By safely sharing our burdens. When you open up about a worry, a fear, or a challenging day, your body releases the same oxytocin that bonds you in intimacy. It's a reciprocal relationship. Emotional vulnerability supports physical vitality. Emotionally, withholding your true self forces you into an exhausting role of pretense. Being vulnerable means accepting that your partner loves you, flaws, and all. This practice leads to emotional freedom and a huge boost in confidence. You are loved for who you are, not who you pretend to be. Practically once a day, share one thing you are genuinely anxious or worried about. Don't look for a solution, just a witness. Saying, "I'm stressed about this budget," is an act of intimacy as powerful as anything that happens in the bedroom. Habit 1, view intimacy as a commitment to joy. What if the secret to a great sex life is recognizing that it's something you do for yourself? Biologically, a healthy, intimate life is linked to better sleep, lower blood pressure, and a stronger immune system. It's a genuine health habit, just like exercise. When you enjoy it for yourself, when it feels like a pleasure you seek, not a debt you pay, your body responds with a flood of beneficial neurochemicals. Emotionally, when men feel they are demanding intimacy, it crushes their dignity. But when you reframe it as sharing a moment of mutual pleasure and deep connection, that feeling of resentment or being an obligation vanishes. You feel empowered, free, and deeply satisfied. Practically make a conscious decision to be fully present and engaged. Put the phone down. Clear your mind of the day's worries and look at your partner as the person you fell in love with. If the joy has faded, talk about what you both need to feel safe and excited again. Commitment doesn't just mean fidelity, it means committing to the shared joy of the relationship. So, here is your 1-week action plan to inject immediate vitality back into your relationship and, by extension, your health. First, stop checking the box. For the next 7 days, don't engage in intimacy unless you are genuinely present and enjoying the connection. If you're not feeling it, focus on non-sexual touch instead. Second, practice presence. Commit to 15 minutes of non-distracted, non-sexual connected time every evening, just sitting, talking, or touching. Third, share your world. Share one moment of vulnerability with your partner before you talk about physical intimacy. Let them into your emotional space first. My dear friend, I want to leave you with this thought. Your need for connection, for physical affirmation, and for shared intimacy is not something to be ashamed of. It is not a flaw. It is a sign of your deep human capacity for love and connection. It is the natural, healthy, biological response of a man who values his partner and his relationship. Age is not the end of your vitality. Small, conscious, loving changes can bring an incredible return of comfort, freedom, and deep, quiet confidence. You have the power to foster a relationship where connection is a joy, not a duty. If this message resonated with you, please help us spread the word. Like this video, leave a comment letting me know which of these 3 habits you're going to try first. And most importantly, subscribe so you don't miss our next video on cultivating lifelong confidence. You deserve to feel loved, respected, and connected. Go out there and start building that joyful relationship today. I'm Dr. Jessica Williams, and I'll see you in the next